Night for the NORA Truck Series here at Phoenix Raceway as we get ready to grid and go racing for 150 laps, stage racing, and all types of fun stuff. The closest series we have to real-life Truck Series racing is right here at NORA as we get ready to enjoy some fantastic truck racing under the lights. Practice has ended, and now the lights are on, and just like that, we will get ready to grid for tonight's festivities as we get ready for the running of the Championship 150. That is what I've decided to call it. Final race here, Phoenix Raceway, the new edition here on iRacing, as 4 trucks will race for a championship tonight, and it will come down to see who will be the winning team to go to victory lane this evening. Of course, the trucks are down on the grid right now as they get riled up and ready to roll. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the race this evening, and this was all random drawn. As I mentioned, this series is the closest thing to real life, so there's no qualifying. They set the field off the entry list and put it together, and here it is. Martin Pluty on the pole alongside the 41 of Alex Cummings, Brian Powell, Brian Jones. The Bryans will be on row number 2. Row 3, Dustin Kleba, who some say the favorite for the championship. We will see tonight in that 5th position alongside Cody Reeder. Joey Stats, Brady Motes there in row number 4. Should I mention Miss Conover? He's another chase driver. And Shane White there in row 4. Stats and Motes, row number 5. Row 6 is where, this is where I just cut everything off apparently. Do that again, there we go. Jeffrey Mayer, Matthew George, Christopher Heitz, Chad Engel, and Nick Galis will be the 15th and final starter in the field this evening. That we'll see stages end at lap 45 and 90. Obviously, the bonus points tonight mean as many points as an episode of Whose Line Is It Anyway? But it does count for those who are outside the playoffs, but for those who are in the playoffs, it doesn't count. But nonetheless, we should see some fantastic racing here in the second race of 2 here tonight on the Captain Esports Network. Appreciate everybody joining us. And there they go, trucks rolling off. So the trucks you see with the red top of their number, those are the trucks in the championship race tonight. So you see the 98 there of Conover. You see the 16 to 21 of Kleba in and apparently I had the starting lineup wrong because they are not lining up like I thought. That's definitely different looking. Anyways, well, all right, well, we're going to line up like this. As they come to the green flag, final race of the Truck Series season. Been an honor and a privilege to be able to broadcast these few races this season. But tonight we crown the champion here at Phoenix Raceway. Here we go. So apparently it was Kleba and Reeder on the front row. And that's where that all went wrong at. Conover jumping to the bottom already here. As they race to the flag, lap 1 led by Kleba barely. Conover aggressively driving to turn 1. And he's going to take the lead, so move Josh Conover to the front. Here comes Kleba, Reeder looking for a second on his teammate. Ryan Jones there in the 4th position. That is your 4th of the 4 trucks in the final 4. Joey Stats up to the 5th position. He's got Alex Cummings to his high side. Make sure I got this right, because I'm seeing multiple trucks with the red on. Oh, 24 going spinning the inside. He saved it. Alex Cummings, the 41. That is the one truck that is not in the championship running. Missed it by 6 points. So that 41 truck, we'll have to separate out tonight, is not the one racing for the championship tonight. He is battling right now with that 13 truck, the Trump Rockstar Mobile, battling for the 4th position right now. Make that 5th with Stats. Martin Pluty behind him there in that 18 truck. Pluty almost catching the wall there. Everybody using that shortcut through the dog leg. Ryan Kleba down to turn 1 or turn 3. What used to be turn 1. Six laps complete. Kleba started on the pole, has fallen back to the 3rd position here. So he's letting this race come to him. Ryan Jones there behind him, running in the 45 truck in the 4th position. Got to be very careful. They're getting loose. As the teammates battling now for 2nd there. You saw the 21 kind of drift up the track a little bit. Ooh, 21 getting a little sideways off the corner. I know that's right, Drift. I know that's right. So 10 laps clean and green so far. Everybody fairly spread out. There's the 15 of Brady Moats. Wasn't a Bud Light Mobile. Swapped over to a non-alcoholic drink this week in the Coca-Cola machine. front of the 23 of Shane Wyatt. There's Martin Pluty, the 18 truck, the one I thought was on the pole, but for some reason I had it all wrong. But it is a sweet-looking tide ride. Very clean-looking, shall I say. Pun intended. So if you're new to watching this league tonight here on the Captain Esports Network, I'll explain as we go on through the race. Some of the things that this league does, as I mentioned, it is the closest league that we broadcast to an actual NASCAR Truck Series league. As you see tonight, the full distance that they ran Friday night in the truck race. If you saw when we came on the air, it was daylight. That was because they practiced right at the time the Truck Series actually practiced. And as you see, race time here is currently the actual race time here in Phoenix. As Josh Conover's led all but the first lap so far in this race in that 98 truck. As here's the fight for second. Teammates going at it. Kleba and Reeder. It is a fixed setup series. It is, they do everything that, they got the restart, they got the choose cone that is involved in this league. Believe it or not, they do stage racing, competition cautions for the stages, so on and so forth. And they actually follow the race schedule too. So like back at Martinsville after that race, they actually, or not last week was Martinsville, after the Texas race, I think it was, or Talladega, they took almost a whole month off like they usually do, and they follow the exact schedule. So I'm really intrigued by this, how they do this. So as Drift knows, I'm one of those who likes running full distance races, so imagine me broadcasting them. I enjoy them. I can sit back and talk with you guys and watch some fantastic racing here for the second position here as Kleba is going to take the spot away. 45 gets to run off the corner. You're going to take him 3 deep into 1. Shallow angle, though. Cummings there in that 5th position right now, about 7/10 back from this battle. But all 4 of the top 4 in the championship race. Right here in the top 4. These guys settle down here for a second. Checking out everybody in the field here. The battle with here, the 10, the 38, the 24. Brian Powell. Powell went all kinds of sideways a few laps ago off turn 4. 38 having some blinking issues. Laps complete. Again, 45 will make up stage 1 here, so just about to the halfway point of stage 1. Look at the rest of the information here tonight that I got per the Discord channel. I had it here a second. There it is. 5 sets of tires. Laying in the pits, of course, plus what they have on the truck. So let's watch very closely here and see if Kleba, who some say was going to be the fastest truck here tonight, can make way on the 98 here. It's a 1.4 second advantage right now for Conover. See, last time by, Kleba about a half a tenth or so faster. Alex Cummings kind of minding his P's and Q's back here. Ryan with the Yeehaw Brewing Company truck running into 5th position. Of course, a couple weeks ago, iRacing released the updated Phoenix Raceway here, so that's where you got the grandstands over here now in turn 3 and 4, all the way across the start-finish line now. The old grandstands on the front straightaway, or what used to be, is now campgrounds. Check out here, battle for position, a 27 truck. Matthew George inside to 13. Of Joey Stats, who's got a little bit of right rear damage, so the 27 up a spot. That's Conover's lead down to half or about a second or so from Kleba. Kleba's really starting to make way now on this battle for the lead. There's Joey Stats in the 13 truck. And there's Chad Engel, the 10 truck, battling off of Mayers right now. This is the 11th place battle. Couple trucks having some blinking issues out here tonight. Kleba's getting ever so closer. And you know what? Brian Jones is running laps right there with Kleba. So you wonder if Conover maybe drove the right front off this truck a little bit. Thing is, in racing, catching's one thing, passing's another, so we'll see if the 16 can get up here and battle the 98. You see Conover moving up to that top side. Kleba running more of the middle groove right now. The top 6 trucks already spread out a little bit. Actually, most of the field pretty much spread out throughout this race here, as we're 15 laps from the end of stage number 1. Appreciate it by joining us on the Captain Esports Network. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Looks like Shane Wyatt, unscheduled pit stop. I saw he was having some connection issues, looks like a little bit ago in that 23 truck. So he might have taken his truck behind the wall, unfortunately. And I think the 38's having the same kind of issues. And look at this. Matthew George, the 27 truck, getting stronger as this long run goes on. You see some damage on the right rear of that 18 truck. And right behind them, you see Stats and Moats going at it. Got an energy drink versus a soda here for position. Oh, Brady almost caught the wall there. Here comes the Rockstar truck. Now, the one thing I will say that is a little bit different in this series, they do, when they throw this caution, it will be at the beginning of lap 45. They do not wait for the end of lap 45. It's just a preference of the league. So you'll see there's actually the completion of lap 44 basically will be where the comp caution comes out. Moats up the track in that 15. There's your leader, 0.3 of a second now over Dustin Kleba. Lap times are really starting to come together now for the whole entire top three. And a lot of these guys right on top of another. I mean, they're all within about 5 seconds of each other, 1 through 6. Seven to go in stage one. Can they hold each other off? This goes back to that race at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, where Kleba was by far the fastest truck in that race. Conover tried a strategy and somehow held off Kleba for a really long time and won that race. Kleba going to drive it to the bottom here. Paint that line. Fantastic racing here amongst the top two. Conover came over during a TI truck race, made a comment he was ready to go tonight, was pumped up, and here he is showing it right now as he holds off the 16. Trying to put the pressure on his Kleba. Clean air means everything, though, at this track, and that's brought Brian Jones in. Look at this, 0.8 back now he is. Cody Reeder back within a second and a half. Here he comes. Oh, Conover almost caught the wall and he got real tight there. That's going to give Kleba the lead. Nice evasive maneuvering by Dustin off the corner there. Had to turn left to keep off of Conover, who got very tight, but then Kleba gets a little tight And now Conover's trying to get the run to the inside. Here comes Jones. And that should end stage one right there, as Kleba will win it. Conover, Jones, Reeder, Alex Cummings, the best of the rest, basically, of those not in the top four in the championship. The leaders will catch the pace truck here, and we shall see pit stops. They peel off and head to pit road. "13 trucks out of the 14 that started on the lead lap. Only Wyatt is off the track right now, unfortunately. You'll see the leaders wrap around here to their pit stalls. Oh, Kleba overshot a little bit there. That might hurt him. Race off pit road. Conover. And maybe Reeder second. So Kleba overshooting his stall by a split second might have cost him the top two positions. I'm actually going to go to black here for a quick second on the screen, FYI. Just to fix a small little issue on my end. All right, there we go. Let's really quickly see if I can get a word with the leader, or at least the stage winner there in that race. Mr. Kleba, we should be coming to one lap to go here, so I'm about to make it really quick here. We'll get a quick winner, or word with the stage one winner, Dustin. Obviously, congratulations on the stage one win. A lot of people pointed to you being the best on the long run tonight, and definitely showed it there at the end.
Yeah, for sure. I think we got a decent long run truck here. Ran a couple of races during the week and experimented with shifting a little bit, but admin said no shifting tonight, so gonna have to adjust driving style a little bit as we go. But yeah, made it last there at the end. Josh is still super quick. I don't think I would have gotten by him if he didn't get a little bit of a bobble there at the end, but so far so good. We're keeping her clean, and hopefully it's the same story for this one.
Yeah, little whoopsies there on pit road there. Cost you a split second, cost you a couple positions.
I had to bring that up.
Sorry, I'm just speaking the truth here.
Yeah, just a little bit of the championship race jitters, I think, just slipped through my box a little bit.
All right, buddy. Well, great job tonight, man, so far, and you've got 100 laps to go. Go get them.
All right, thanks, man.
Absolutely. He knew I was going to bring it up. All right, pace truck going to pull off, and we'll go back to green here at lap number 49. Now, there's one thing I did hear actually during the pre-race, that they did ban shifting tonight, so. But obviously, as we talked about the choose cone, 98 took the outside, 21 the inside, to 16 the inside, and here we go back to green. Ooh, Brian Jones got a little loose there off of turn 2. Going to cost him the 3rd position now. Here comes Cummings for 4th. Reeder up the track. And off the pace. Now this is that part of the race last week where he actually got black flagged for a lane change at Martinsville. Not sure if that's what happened again here or if he just got tight and had to get Willie out of the gas here. But unfortunately, 21 going to lose some spots, and he's falling back even more right now. 27 was inside. As Kleva's gone to the lead here. There's a lot of things all of a sudden going on here. Back here to see what happens. Oh, Josh about lost it off turn 4. That thing was all kinds of sideways. And then the lap before that, what happened to Reeder? Oh, same thing, little hospital hop, had to get out of her. They're really restart affecting the drivers on the playoff run. Reeder back to the inside of Cummings for 3rd, or make that 4th. Will take that spot away, so Alex back to 5th as now he tries to chase down Conover as Alex crosses him back over. Less than 100 laps to go already in this race. Seen some great battles. That is Dustin Kleva now out in front after missing or overshooting his pit stall by a slight margin. He was able to catch a break with a couple trucks almost losing it, and back to the lead he goes. Oh, Cummings scraping it up out of 4 a little bit. Everybody pretty much single file for the most part here. Kleva out to about a half-second lead. Conover about 7/10 back. Definitely do appreciate the viewers watching this evening. It's one of those deals talking about the story of how this all came up, basically, with Nora and myself. Josh Conover reached out to me on social media and said, hey, kind of need somebody last minute to broadcast. You interested? And pretty much within a couple hours, we put something together real quick, and I was in here, and he asked me to come join him the rest of the season. I said, sure, why not? All about helping people. Joey Stats looking inside of Moats here as they continue their battle for position. To send a big shout out to Track Cams 4 Gourmet, our camera sponsors each and every night here on the Captain Esports Network. You can check them out, trackcams22.com, for oval, road course, rallycross, and so much more. Again, trackcams22.com. Kleba's starting to stretch his lead out just a little bit, as there's Alex Cummings in the 41. See a little bit of damage on that right side. That was from that contact, I think, just a few minutes ago with the wall. George's been doing a good job so far as he rides in the 6th position here in that 27, that Champion Power Equipment truck. Top 4 trucks all within 4/100ths of a second of each other. Last time by, Kleba at 25. It was a 68 for Jones. All 4 trucks, a 30 and a 30. And they are right on top of each other speed-wise. That's why they are the final 4 in the series. Check back here, Brian Powell, the 24 truck, trying to put some pressure on Stats there in the 13. Chad Angle there behind him in the 10 truck, running 10th himself. There's Dustin, one stage number 1, leads by 1.1 seconds. Reeder did get past Conover for the 3rd position, so Josh back to 4th right now. After leading a lot of those laps, wonder if he maybe made that right rear a little angry, maybe the right front's a little angry, who knows. But the battle here for 5th now is George trying to get around 41 at Cummings. Able to do so. Fantastic racing here. Would love to try to help these guys for next season with getting some drivers and stuff like that. Josh does a great job, and I've gotten to know him pretty well here. And if you're looking for a league on a Monday night to come race in, really good times. I mean, they start at 9 o'clock right on the dot. Obviously, races don't take more than, I mean, right now we're on pace to being done at about 10:20 or so, maybe 10. I'm gonna do the math here. It's 9:45 Eastern time, 37. Yeah, about 10:20 or so. We're gonna be done. So an hour and 20 minutes to run 150 laps here at Phoenix. So what's going on with that? Brian Jones is starting to kind of, needless to say, put the cat pun in there with the cat on his back tailgate. Scratch into the lead a little bit. .2 second lead. Drift, I think you and I are thinking alike right now, buddy. To the 15. Brady Moats here to 7th position. Look here on the bottom side to 24 and to 13 going at it. And Powell's going to send it in there and take the position away to move him up to the 8th spot over Joey Stats here. Getting some right side damage on that truck, it looks like. Leaders come into turn 3 and 4, and we hit the halfway point. 75 laps in, and the 75 to go in the season. Wow, Brian Jones took the cone out. That's how low he's running right now. So we take a look at the race summary. 1 caution for 4 laps so far. Kleba with the fastest lap. Also the leader of this race. Back here, the 27 still trying to battle Cummings, and they're both starting to approach the 98 of Josh Conover. A track that's very tough to pass on. You got to be able to get the run and get the clean air on your nose. We've definitely seen some good side-by-side racing throughout this race. Looking at the lap times, the top 9 all within a 1/10 of a second of each other lap-wise. Everybody running 28 4s and 5s. When you get competition like that, it's very tough. Put it like that. As here comes the 27 inside of Cummings for 4th. They'll make that 5th, not able to do it. We watch Cody Reeder in his 21 truck. Cody came back from a lap down last week in Martinsville, or actually 2 laps down, and won in a wild finish, which got him the 4th and final spot in the playoffs. In the Final Four, I should say. just see George is doing everything he can to drive it in there to try to get to the quarter panel of the 41, just not able to do it. The 41 just running consistent laps right there with him as they both try to catch Conover, all trying to run different lines, do everything they can do to get around this track. And I'm really impressed with the different groups of Phoenix here, how you're able to run up top. We don't need none of that virtual jelly that they put on these tracks. They both get to the back bumper here, the 98. 27 doing a great job on entry. So entering tonight, Conover tied with Kleba with 6 wins. They have exactly 15 top 5s and 17 top 10s apiece. The difference in their season is 1 start pretty much. Conover up the track, and he is going to lose both second and, I should say, 4th and 5th. So Conover on the free fall, unfortunately here. I was actually looking at something really quickly. I look over and saw Conover up the track, so I'm not sure exactly what took place. Oh, he got tight again. Same thing happened earlier in this race. As we're on the final lap of stage number 2. Dustin Kleba, the one they said would dominate tonight, potentially going to come off turn 4. He'll sweep stage 2 and along with stage 1. Brian Jones will be second. Cody Reeder, Matthew George trying to play spoiler tonight. Conover and Cummings, your top 6. And there's the caution. Should mention Martin Pluty took his truck, the 18 behind the wall, the 55 also of Heights behind the wall. So issues for those guys there. Of course, the interesting strategy now is this will likely, unless we get a caution, be the last pit stops right here. Now remember last time, Kleba overshot his pit stall by a small amount as he entered their stalls. He does a good job this time nailing it. And race off pit road with ease. Going to go to the 16 to 45 of Brian Jones. Going to hold off Reeder. And that is going to be the next driver we talk to here. Let's talk with the Ghost PRT driver, Brian Jones, in the 45. Get this cooperate with me. We'll talk to him. There he is. Brian, you got a copy, bud?
I got you.
Hey, Brian, obviously second place there in that stage. I know you've been in a pretty tight battle here. I know a lot of people were saying that Cleveland was the guy to beat, but it looks like your top 4 guys are on top of another time-wise. What's it going to take, if anything, can you get to Cleveland?
Well, you know, we got a pretty good BusinessInsider.com truck tonight. I'm working on some braking technique, trying to loosen it up a little bit on the long run. I'm going to give it a shot here.
I was going to say, this is going to be the longest run so far. You've done 45 with stages. Now tonight, now here you're going to go about 55 laps. Is there anything you think you could do to adjust that truck even more than what's off of what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm just trying to roll that brake bias back as soon as I can and just keep from sliding the tires early in the run. You saw Josh Conover, he got loose there early on, and it really, really hurt him on the long run. So just trying to keep from doing that and keep clean.
All right, man. Well, good luck the rest of the way here, and a little less than 60 to go.
Yeah, thanks.
Absolutely, you too. Ryan Jones in the number 45 truck. Got a minute. Let's get a second driver real quickly in here for the playoffs. Trying to get them all in here real quickly. I talked to one earlier. Let's get the 21 up here. Cody Reeder, you got a copy, bud?
Yes, sir.
We'll make it short and sweet here real quickly. He had a little bit of a moment there off of turn 4 on the restart, but you're able to regroup up to third. You got anything for these guys up in front of you?
I think maybe for Brian, Dustin's he's flying. We kind of obviously that was expected. You know, he's gonna be fast, but I don't know. We'll see. I think if we go green, I'm probably at best a second place car, but things can happen, and you never know. We'll see.
All right, Cody. Well, you're going back to green here. We'll let you go.
Thank you.
Absolutely, Cody Reeder. The KPR team running up into third position behind his teammate Kleba. As you see, he took the inside lane. Jones to the outside. Pretty much status quo, it looks like. And how about the guy in 5th place there, Brady Moats, who's minded his P's and Q's all night. And now up in P5. Josh Conover jumped up to the 4th position. Matthew George Engel, your top 7. Bad stop for the 41 as he was working on damage, I believe. Cummings back there in the 8th position as they come to the green flag. Here we go. Good start for Kleba and his teammate. Back here, they're scrambling. Oh, the 38's going to go around. And save. Whoop, he's going to kind of save it. Going to do a little spinner-rooney. And keep it going. No caution as there's no one around him. We stay green. Chad Engel up to the 6th position. Behind him is George, who started up in the top 10 or top 6, I should say, and worked his way up to 4th. Let me get that accurate. He started 12th actually. As Kleba goes fastest lap on the board here. It is that time. Lay down the flyers and go. Got his teammate there behind him in 2nd, Brian Jones, and then Conover. That's your final 4 drivers. And Joey Stats has gone around in turn 2 and cautions out. So our first racing incident of the night. And 3rd caution out on track. A little over 50 laps to go. And oh, strategy. All 3 of the 4 playoff drivers on pit road. Isn't it your bedtime? And race off pit road, going to go to the 45 easily. So we'll have to see how this works out for those. Yeah, pretty much drift. Pretty much, right? All right, so now we get a chance to talk to the fourth one. I've talked to 3 of the 4 chasers. Let's talk to the fourth one. The one that unfortunately has had maybe the worst luck tonight out of the group, which really hasn't been bad luck, but you know. Conover, you got a copy, bud?
I got you.
All right, man. We've talked to 3 of the 4 chasers. You're the 4th one we get to talk to here, and obviously you've had a little bit of an issue, especially later in the run. What kind of adjustments have you made on the 98 truck to get this thing faster?
I'm trying everything. I got the brake bias as low as she'll go. Kind of hoping to find something. We're gonna need a lot of help, I think. Hopefully the choose cone will play some kind of a factor, but we'll see.
Yeah, I was going to say, obviously you've gotten tight a couple times. It looks like here now you're going to be 3 of the 4 trucks on fresh tires. How much of a difference you're going to see here? Is we got about what, 5 laps on that run?
Yeah, I think it was about 5. I don't know. They were already starting to show some wear. It wasn't much, but it was, you know, something. I know we just had the choose cone, and actually all the title guys are going to be on the bottom, so we'll see. I think Brian might get a little aggressive to get out front, and this might be the best shot. You know, if it stays green from here, I think if we get another caution, you might see, you know, maybe some more strategy being played, but it'll be interesting to see what happens here.
All right, well, lights are off, and we wish you the best of luck here, and one of you 4 will be a champion tonight. Could be you, so good luck.
Thank you. I'm going to need it.
Josh Conover, the boss man, to put this whole team together there, running 4th out of the 4 right now. I don't know, is that what they were doing? I didn't realize that. I didn't notice that at all. All right, so Kleba, Moats, Brian Jones, Chad Engel, and Cody Reeder are top 5. Wrapping up the 3rd caution of the evening. It makes sense, I guess. Appreciate everybody watching here this evening. And here we go. Kleba with a really good start. Now his teammate to the bottom here, the 21. There's the fresh tires going to work. Oh, 15 scraping it up. Kleba trying, or Conover trying to get clear of the 24 years. Kleba's trying to get clear of the field. Less than 50 laps to go. The 24 fighting. Oh, he gets a little tight. And move Conover up to the 4th position. So back to where we started. All 4 drivers up in the top 5, and look at this, Brian Jones to the inside. Could this be the strategy we need to remember for the future? Could it be a championship winning strategy? Not clear yet. Kleba holds on. Wow, and here comes Reeder. Slider engaged, and up the 2nd he goes. Crossover from Jones. It's just so hard to get that grip off the corner when you have a truck to your outside because you're not able to slide all the way up. You have a slingshot engaged again here, maybe? Nope, not quite. Conover's looking at his chops back there like, come on, guys, come to me. Jones not able to clear again. And Conover almost got the wall off 4. I think what Kleba needs is this race to stay green. I don't think he wants another yellow. If he gets a yellow, he might be forced to come to pit road. And if you're the other 3, you're staying out. This is by far the best battle on the track right up here. The top 4 going for the championship right here tonight. Oh, the 21 caught the fence a little bit. I don't know if you saw the sparks off the right rear. I don't really see any damage. It might have been a net code. You know these guys are racing really hard right now. Trying to work that high side, trying to get any kind of run he can to get that clean air on Kleba, who is just taking advantage of it. Conover about a second back. There he is back there in that Allegiant Ford F-150. And I would go check out other battles, but there really isn't any behind here, I promise. Everybody else is pretty much about a half second or so separation between the two. I say that right on cue as Conover goes up the track, and Cummings going to take the position away. So the 41 up to 4th. Oh, and now Conover just clobbered the wall going into turn 1. Got too high and trying to angle it into the corner, and he has scraped up that 98. And knowing him, he's probably saying some mommy daddy words right now. Like Marshmallow. And Fu Manchu. Because of that wall contact, here comes the 27 now. So that 98 going to be down on pace a little bit there. You see that right front damage. That is going to hurt him a ton. Oh, and now he's really up against the wall. Conover's going to need a miracle, unfortunately. With 31 laps to go. Cleve's still holding on with the older tires. He's done a phenomenal job here. Now, I say older, I mean 7 laps older, so it's not really that much older. Conover still able to hold on to the 6th position right now as he's ahead of Brian Powell. But Reeder's all over his teammates' back tailgate here. We look back from the leader. There goes that cone again. I think Jones is trying to do everything he can to get a debris caution. Unfortunately, they don't have those in iRacing. He's doing a good job being so smooth on the throttle, you can hear it. As Jones has fallen back to about 9/10 of a second or so. Back here, Jeffrey Mayers and Chad Engel going to fight for the 9th position. A couple more beaten up trucks. As that battle continues on, we'll keep an eye on it. As a matter of fact, it is going to continue on. Here he goes. Mayers to the inside for 9th. Chad giving him that outside lane. And as I mentioned, that bottom side just very tough to pass. Might have to give him the old bumper. Check my schedule. I believe tomorrow night I don't have anything going on. There's your battle, 0.3 of a second. 22 laps to go. Tomorrow night we'll have, I'm planning on, maybe we'll do some dirt broadcasting. I got to do for the Short Track Super League. I was going to do that earlier this evening. But maybe we'll do that tomorrow night. I'll talk with Michael Steffen, and if you see some links up on YouTube, tomorrow night we'll do some dirt broadcast potentially. If not, then who knows? I'll just take the night off. Or I might go racing myself. Who knows? Oh, trouble! Alex Cummings getting turned. Will that bring the caution out? He's stunned. It does. Caution is out. Oh, boy. Oh, the race just got interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Dustin Kleba is like, crap. Josh Conover, it's a potential redo for him as he'll be able to go get the damage fixed on that truck and see if he can do anything with this championship race. As here we go, all the leaders should be coming in. Right side tires going on. Race off pit road. Whoa, very tight. I think it's going to be Kleba barely. We'll see. It is Kleba. So Kleba gets the race off pit road. That was tight. Let's go back and look at the replay. What happened to Alex? 27 looked to his low side. Oh, and he slides up into him. Very slight contact. Alex does a good job keeping off the wall. Let's check on the Conover truck, see how it looks. Actually, wow, looks fairly clean if you ask me. So he's going to have a chance here. He's going to need a lot of things to cooperate with him here. There's yet, I guess that is the choose cone. Good call, Drift. So Kleba's going to take the bottom on his teammate. Brian Jones there in third. Matt George trying to be the spoiler. We're going to go back racing here, 17 laps to go. Pace truck pulls in. And I've talked about this a little bit. If you get a league that likes to do restarts on the lead truck, that could be very interesting, because when the pace truck pulls in way back there, it's like technically you can go, right? But either way, going to go back green with 16 laps to go. Forgive me for 1 second. You see Brian Jones inside of Reeder. This is for second. Conover up to the 5th position as Cummings just got the wall real hard off 2. Oh, Reeder gets loose as Jones going to take second. The 27 of Matthew George working the high side. 15:38 side by side as Cummings hits the wall again. These guys racing hard now, if they weren't already. Has the 45 about 4/10 off right now. Can he make a run at the 16? Pretty sure these guys are going to, whoa, look at this. I'm going to say they're probably going to bring the steering wheel home if they don't bring the championship home here. They are racing hard for it. Less than 10 laps to go. Conover doing everything he can to get around George, not able to do so right now. Great fighting for the 4th spot. Powell with a great comeback there in that 24 truck there behind. Oh, Conover's got a wall, but the 24 does get the wall. It goes spinning to the inside and almost hit. He does hit the 41, and the caution is out. Oh, let the drama begin again. Or does that mean it continues? Now the question is, who has any tires left? Conover does a great job keeping it off the wall. The 24, however, spins it and gets clipped there in the left rear. I don't know if he had the brakes locked down or not, but he was going backwards. And the caution out again. 6 laps to go. We are going to see a very short restart. And we have got the leaders, second place, coming to pit road. And something happened to Brian Jones. Something must have happened coming to pit road. His truck's destroyed. Not sure what happened. Let's not sure what just took place here, but let's do this kind of an old school way. It's something. Brian Jones was on his way to a potential second place finish, if not a shot for the title here. Let's see. Goes for the oh, and they oh no. Pretty much all the chase drivers hit each other. That move right there might have just been the championship winning move for Kleba. Because now he has got a ton of damaged trucks battling for the championship here, depending on how the 21 truck looks. Pace truck going to pull in. We'll have 3 laps to go. Can Reeder get from 5th to 1st on new tires? I see the right side damage on his truck. I don't know. This might be now Kleba's to lose. There goes Kleba. Green flag. Reeder 3 wide, going to take him to 3rd. Conover going to try to follow him to the 4th position. Brian Jones too far off the pace now with that damage. Unfortunately, it's falling back to 9th. Some said throughout the week when I talked to a couple of the guys, they said it would be the Dustin Kleba show potentially. It hasn't been easy for him as Reeder goes to 2nd. Does he have enough time as the white flag is out? But he was tied for the lead tonight entering the series in wins. And it's going to take a 7th win to get somebody the championship. As Dustin Kleba off turn 4, championship check, race check. Kleba, your winner. And the NORA Truck Series champion. Reeder going to end up 2nd. Conover will end up 3rd. And Brian Jones, unfortunately, going to be 4th in the championship standings when it's all over with. And Brady Motes finishing 3rd in the race, so nice job on his part. As the top 3 going to do photos real quick, as they always do. Give us a chance to check over the results here. Half second over Reeder. Motes finishing 3rd. Conover and Cummings, your top 5. Stats, Mayers, Powell, Jones, and George going to end up 6th through 10th. Engel, Pluty, Heights, Shane Wyatt, and Nick Galis unfortunately did not start the race when it was all said and done. And we'll see some burnouts, and yes, Drift pointed it out. One cool thing about the new Phoenix layout, you can go to victory lane here. Well, we're going to let Dustin enjoy the moment here. Not sure if he's going to be able to pull the Kyle Larson burnout that he did yesterday, but as Conover waiting over there in victory lane for him. I have a feeling there's a photo op right here coming. That's what I'm waiting on. Somebody do the burnout into victory lane. He broke the railing. That right there says it all. Congratulations to Dustin Kleba, as he is the champion. We'll talk to him in here in just a minute. Let me talk to the 3rd place finisher really quickly first. Brady Motes, who has a chocolate milk for his pitcher, which is interesting. Brady, congratulations. 3rd place finish there in the multi-drink machine. Great job, and congratulations on that.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I knew I wasn't going to have a shot at Dustin there, to be honest. He was the class of the field all night. Congratulations to him on winning a championship. And just glad I made a good strategy call to finish 3rd at the end of the year.
Yeah, it was a great strategy call in the end. It looked like a little bit of mayhem there entering pit road kind of helped you make the decision.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I saw that going on, and I just jerked it to the right to stay on the track. I actually can't believe that happened for the championship. That's crazy, but good race. Had a good time. Definitely not my best track at all. As you can tell, I was running the back half of the field all night, but had a good time, and I'm looking forward to next year with these guys for sure.
Great job tonight there in that 15. Shout out to whoever you like to, bud.
Shout out, I don't even know who I was watching, just I guess everybody.
Fair enough. That works, man. Short and sweet, Brady. Nice job in the what I was calling earlier the Bud Light Dilly Dilly machine. Now it's the Coke Mobile. Great job tonight.
No, yeah. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Problem. Brady Motes finishing in the top 3 tonight. And now let's talk to the 4 drivers that raced for the championship. Let me actually go get, you know what, let's talk to the champion first, because I'm sure he's going to want to disconnect from where he is. So let's get Kleba up here first, as he sits up there in victory lane here tonight in Phoenix. Champ, congratulations. Welcome to victory lane at Phoenix and the NORA Truck Series Championship.
Woo! Thanks, man. Man, man, they made me earn it. I was so shocked at the end there that I made an embarrassing attempt at doing donuts. I couldn't believe it. Ah, man, I'm like Kyle said yesterday. I'm sort of speechless. Like I feel like the four of us were super tight, and it was whoever was going to be out front there was going to get it, and I just happened to keep track position and thought we were sitting good, and then of course everyone pit the first time without me, and I knew I could probably hang on to it a little bit there. I knew it was only a few laps, but Cody and Brian were on my tail the entire time, and just as soon as I was starting to pull both of them, another caution comes out. But it was okay though, because it kind of reset the tire situation. But then, lo and behold, 10 laps later, the same exact thing happens again. And I kind of just made the choice that track position was going to be everything. So I wanted to stay out, but I was kind of watching people in my mirror at the same time. And as soon as I ducked out, it looked like Brian tried to follow me, and then he went back in and just caught Cody. And it sucks at the same time. It probably what won me the championship was that they got damaged, but I hate to see when other competitors get damaged. And I mean, he was hauling ass there at the end too. So holy cow, yeah, like my teammate got second also. So like that's just a whole nother factor to it. So yeah, it was overall I'd say it was a pretty good night. Except Phoenix needs some lights here in the victory lane. Dark.
Yeah, they a little dark over there, I must notice. But yeah, I guess the awkward moment, I'll have to ask the other three about it here in a minute. The whole pit road fake. That might have been the best fake I've ever seen outside of a football game.
Yeah, like I said, I knew I was gonna stay out, but I wanted them to think about it, if that makes sense. So I mean, I tried to do it as cleanly as possible. Like I didn't hit the commitment cone. I thought I did it in enough time in advance. I tried to hold my speed as much as I could. I'll have to watch the replay again. Obviously, I didn't mean it to be malicious. I didn't want them guys to tangle up in each other. Honestly, I just hope one of them would stay out with me just to get a chance. And then maybe some other guys behind me would stay out with me, which they did, which definitely helped also. But yeah, I'll have to talk to them too and listen to your guys' interview just to maybe mend some fences. But hey, we got the championship, so that's all that matters.
Hey, that's all that matters, man. Nice job tonight. Congratulations being the champion, and you get to go celebrate. You get to hold an invisible flag that apparently is pretty heavy, according to Kyle Larson. You get to take a whole bunch of photos. If you have a little one, you can put them in the cup. And any other creative thing in the cup.
Right,
yes,
in
the cup. As NASCAR Chasm said today on Twitter, you could use that as a booster seat at a restaurant too. But anyways, great job tonight. Shout out to whoever you like to.
Yeah, for sure. Just got to give a shout out to Josh. I know he does a lot of work, not only in being competitive every single week and pushing all us drivers, but he puts on this league, and none of us would be here racing every Monday night or every other Monday, whatever Monday night, having a good time. So shout out to him, doing a great job with the league. Shout out to the other championship drivers, Cody and Brian. I mean, the four of us, I feel like at least the front half of the race, we were all on top of each other, and hated it as a driver, but I'm sure as a spectator it was great. And of course, shout out to my family, everyone that watches every single time we're out here racing. Shout out to my wife for letting me have this crazy hobby and spending all this money to sit in a virtual race car. But this is why you do it. This is why you do it. All the practice laps, it pays off. I tell you what, it may be virtual, but the competition is real. The heart pounding when you have a 3 lap to go restart for a championship is real. So definitly feels good.
Great job tonight, man. Congratulations.
And thanks to you for broadcasting.
Hey, it's all good. That's all good. Nice job, man.
All right, thanks.
Absolutely, you too. That is Dustin Kleba, the winner tonight and champion for the NORA Truck Series season. Let's bring up the guy that'll be runner-up in the championship tonight, Cody Reeder, who gave it a valiant effort. I'm going to have to ask all three of you this question, but the ball fake on pit road obviously played a big role in the end there, but what happened there, and from your perspective, and still a great season for you.
Yeah, thanks. It was just it's just unfortunate. I mean, it's a tough call. I think Dustin was in a bad spot. Whatever he did, we were just going to do the opposite. Right. But we all committed, and Dustin went out. I think Brian was going to go with him until he saw that I wasn't. And I kept my speed and held my line there, and because of the way they were checking up, Brian got a little bit too slowed down. So when I got beside him, didn't really give him an option to come back to pit road, because at that point I thought he'd committed to staying out. And so the contact was made, and he went into the barrels, and I think a bunch of people got caught up in it. And it's unfortunate because I think without any damage, whoever was coming off pit road there probably wins the championship. Whoever comes off first, I should say. But it was just a kind of a bummer way to end the night. Brian and Dustin and I mean, I think I was probably the third best out of those guys for a while. Learned some things, and then had a chance at the end. But it's just I had too much damage to do anything.
Well, it's an unfortunate deal there, but still a second place championship run. Took a hard battle with Alex last week, of course, and you being able to come back from multiple laps down to win at Martinsville to get you in this. So to be able to finish second, are you feeling relief maybe for it? Obviously, I know probably a little disappointment not being able to win the thing, but what's the true feeling going in you right now?
Yeah, I think tomorrow, when I think about the season and all that, I'll be really happy. Obviously, there's a little disappointment that I didn't win. Last week I thought I had no chance of winning that race, and I won. And so I put a ton of laps in at this track this week, and I probably put in 700-800 laps, no joke. Just trying to learn as much as I could, because you have to prepare for that if you're going to beat the guy in victory lane. He's just naturally good at this. He just gets it. But it's tough, man. I think looking at the year, it was really solid year for both Dustin and I. Obviously, he ended up winning the most races. Josh won the regular season championship, but it got hot when it was at the right time. Won 2 playoff races, which was great. And as a team, we finished 1-2 in the standings. That's a great season when we look back at it. But obviously, wish I was in victory lane right now. But I wouldn't wouldn't want to finish second to anybody else. So I'm glad that he pulled it off. He really deserved it.
Well, great job tonight, man. Congratulations on it. And I feel bad for you. I feel bad for everybody involved there in that incident and stuff. But still a great season. And shout out to whoever you like to, bud.
Yeah, real quick, can I ask what you saw near the booth?
From the booth, it just looked like a fake from Dustin, and it looked like some undecisiveness between Brian, and ran out of room.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's just, I don't blame Brian at all. I think if he doesn't get tires there, he has no chance. So, but yeah, anyways, so to end on a positive note, I do want to shout out, obviously, my teammates, Dustin. Congrats to him. Tyson's not here tonight. My friends that watch every week, I appreciate them. Albert, Garrett, those guys. Thanks my wife for letting me do this and not complaining about it. And obviously, God put me in a situation where I could afford to do this and have the ability to. So that's awesome as well. But really appreciate you in the booth, man. You don't know how much it means to us that we get to send this to our friends and families every single week. It's a big deal to them, and so I really appreciate that as well. And then also Josh for putting on the league.
Absolutely, man. It's our pleasure, and appreciate your time, bud.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. Cody Reeder, second place finish, and second place in the points championship. Looks like I'll have a chance to talk to Josh here, so let's get him up here with us, as Josh will finish third in the championship this evening with his finish. And Josh, I know it's not the results you wanted. Unfortunately, you were a part of the whatever you want to call it there, pit road. But unfortunate deal there. But it looked like for you, after about the first stage, it was catch up all night.
Yeah, I never really, figured it out. I just couldn't keep the right front on it, and it obviously cost us. There was even the first stage once Cleva got to me. I think a couple laps before that, it's like it just wanted to plow. They,
Right.
you know, it went from rotating in the center, and then just that one corner, it was like, nah, we're not going to. And then he got to me, and that was that in the first stage. And the same thing in the second stage. We were rolling, but it was earlier in the run. It just all of a sudden kind of pushed more than it had laps before, and then everybody got by me, and then just third stage was about the same. And the pit road thing, we were talking about it. Did we penalize Brian or Cody, or what do we do? But I kind of explained to Nick, who was our admin tonight. That's part of the game. I think me and Brian had the same idea. We were going to do the opposite of what Kleba was going to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then, Kleba kind of played the game too, and he decided to stay out. So Brian wanted to pit, and then, Rita was there, and they just got together. So he really couldn't, penalize somebody. But no, hats off to Kleba. I told you on your first broadcast, he, in my eyes, was the favorite. He was kind of playing, well, I'll call it mind games all week. He was saying I was the favorite, but I think you could have probably picked myself or him to win. We had the most wins on the year. I think with this one, it was 7 for him, I think, and I ended up with 6. So you could have, like I said, picked either one of us, and you wouldn't have been wrong, by any means. But no, hats off to him, and Cody ended up second, and then obviously Brian for making the Final Four. He was our champion last year, so I don't know. Hopefully, I'll get one here at some point. I've made the Final Four all 3 years we've been running the Asphalt Series here, and I've yet to win one. So hopefully, I'll figure it out at some point.
Well, you still did a great job, man. It's been a lot of fun to broadcast the series this season. I know it was kind of a last-minute thing to put this all together. I've had a blast doing it, and I know I think Season 4 is going to look good for you guys. I like the concept that you guys have. I've definitely been a fan of long-distance racing and full distance, and to have something that simulates the truck series, I think is really cool. And obviously, I'm happy to be a part of this, and I know it's not what you wanted to have tonight, but great job on your part, man. Appreciate letting me be a part of it. And why don't you give your chance? Here's your shout out to whoever you like to, bud.
Well, I normally always start with the broadcaster, but especially for the finale, I'll give a shout out to you and thank you. I know you obviously didn't have to come in and help us out, but you did, and from what I can tell, it's been fun. I like going back and watching, and I think you do good, if not great work. I know I've had nothing but positive feedback from the league guys that watch. Hopefully we can keep in touch and figure something out maybe for next year. I know as of right now, we're trying to see what we have number-wise to not, or if not add Grand National, which is the Xfinity cars, and then the Cup cars with it. We're definitely, I think, going to add Grand National, so we'll have 2 series next year. If we can't get you for Mondays, maybe our second night, or if we can keep you for Monday, we'll hopefully be able to iron something out for that. But no, like I said, just thank everybody that showed up tonight. I think this was probably our lower count for the playoffs, but no, Nick, like I said, was our admin, so thank you to him, thank you to all the teammates, and again, just congrats to the KPR guys, Dustin and Cody, for getting 1-2 in the championship.
Absolutely. I have a strange feeling that I will be a part of this league one way or another.
I'd like to hear that. Like I said,
I don't think I'll be alone either.
Well, then it's I like to hear that. Whether it's broadcast, or even if we get you on the track next year, that's some way. I guess we'll be seeing each other again next year. But no, I was telling Nick I think before you came in and went live and said your good lucks and stuff. I like the cameras you use too.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're, like I said, I think that's the best part just for me to go watch. I like I guess the realistic cameras and just all of it.
Right.
You could have the generic cameras and then it wouldn't really be worth it in my eyes, because I could do that myself. But I like the spins, or not the spins, but I guess the commentary you put on, and like I said, just the cameras and the whole 9. So it makes it worth it for me. But no, I guess from what you were just saying, I guess like I said, we'll be seeing you next year.
Sounds good. So, all right, bud. Well, great job, man. Go relax and go talk with your boys, and we'll talk soon.
All right, sounds good, man. Thank you.
Thanks, Josh. Josh Conover there, finishing 3rd in championship, but more importantly, the owner of the series, doing a great job. with this, and it's been a lot of fun to be a part of here. Let me make sure I'm in the right channel here. Get him back to there he is down there with those guys. So, yeah, no, I mean, on my end, just to kind of add to it, the whole story behind it, just a really quick thing there. Basically, he reached out to me, I think it was before the Circuit of the Americas, the Canadian Tire race, and said he needed somebody. Oh, I'm sorry, it was the Gateway race. He said he needed somebody, and I'm like, all right. And it was like that night. I went and put something together real quick and did the broadcast, and he reached out to me and said, hey, let's go ahead and do something. And, you know, I'm all about helping people out, so I stepped in and helped out, and we'll see what next season brings. And who knows, maybe the captain will be racing in the league. Who knows? We'll see. But we'll figure it out. Either I'll be up here or down there, but some reason I'll be a part of this league. I have a feeling one way or another. So, anyways. All right, we're out. You guys enjoy the rest of, unfortunately, by the way, I did want to talk to Brian Jones, but I noticed he left out of here, I believe. Yeah, so, Brian, if you're listening, buddy, congratulations on 4th. I'm sorry about your luck there at the end, but I know you're probably disappointed, so nothing wrong with that. So, but shout out to Brian Jones on the top 4 finish in the points also. All right, we're heading out. Appreciate it, buddy, for joining us. Tomorrow night, plan on some dirt broadcast. I'll put a stream link up here as soon as I find out, either tonight or tomorrow, because I'm on vacation, so I can sit around and do nothing tomorrow. So with that being said, enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night. We'll definitely be on Wednesday for the GLSR truck series. That is going to be from Michigan, the Prehistoric Force 200. That is Wednesday night, the 5th running of that race. Looking forward to that. And then Thursday night, an F1 race, believe it or not. I was wondering if you were still here. I was going to say, sup. But enjoy the rest of your Tuesday evening. I'm out. And always remember, this isn't just a game. It's iRacing. See ya!